Hey, what's good, people? Welcome back to Tech Rants. My name is Q, and today I'm going to be giving you my full on in depth review. It's a little bit delayed of the iPad 6th generation, iPad 2018, whatever you want to call it. I've had this for about a month and a half now, and yes, I am just getting to the review. Been busy with work and personal life, so yeah. Finally, going to get this review out to you guys. So, try not to make this too long, but hey, it is what it is. All right, guys. So first of all, like I said, I've had this about a month and a half, and first of all, let me start off by saying it's been a wonderful device. I'm not gonna go through the specs because I kind of did that in the unboxing video, but yeah, pretty nice. This is the AT&T model, 32 gigabytes. So I will talk about the price though. If you buy this off contract without cellular connection, it's 329. Okay, for the 32 gigabyte. And honestly, for what this tablet offers, you can't beat it in how it performs and how good it is. Now, it's an extra $130 if you want cellular connection. Now, in my personal opinion, I think that's bogus. I think it's a ripoff. I don't even know why. I don't know why a cellular connection costs 130 bucks. So, Apple, we need to calm down on that, especially only 32 gigabytes. I believe if you're giving a cellular connection, you're charging that much, maybe bump it up to 64. I mean, come on now. Excuse me. Is it really that hard? I don't think so. So let's go ahead and talk about it. I'll mention any negatives that I have, but honestly, so far there really are no negatives. Um, Now, build quality for a 9.7-inch screen, it's very lightweight. You can probably operate if you got real big hands. You probably could operate it with one hand, but I really don't have big hands. I got medium, about medium hands. They're kind of small, but they're medium, whatever. Anyway, but it feels pretty good. It's not as heavy. It's very portable. You can throw it in your backpack or whatever, and it works. Really good. Feels really good, and it's not. It doesn't feel too large for a tablet. Now, the design of it. I do like the design. Um, I wish that the headphone jack was at the bottom. I guess because I've gotten used to it, and honestly, the speakers is is stereo speakers, front facing. I think they could have put one at the top and one at the bottom. Then the sound probably would have been better. But that's just a little gripe that I have. It doesn't take away from the performance and how good it is. It's just a recommendation. Okay, that's all. The Touch ID is the first generation Touch ID on this phone on this tablet, and it works better than my iPhone SE, which also has the Touch ID first generation. So you take it. Hold on. See here. Three, two, one. Works. Do it again. Three, two, one. Works. No issue. So it works faster than my iPhone SE, honestly, and it's the same chip. But then again, it's packing a more powerful chip, versus whatever. So anyway, so performance. Performance is out of this world. Now, this was mainly designed for educators, and honestly, it's very good for people who are in school. Definitely see why they said it's good for educators. It also supports the Apple Pencil. I can't remember off the top of my head how much the Apple Pencil costs, so you might want to look that up. But for educators, yes, it is definitely perfect for that. It's perfect for productivity. I'm honestly seeing a lot of these and a lot of businesses. They've kind of replaced laptops, like especially with the cable guys. When you're done with everything and they need you to sign, all they do is they take the iPad, just kind of do your finger like that. I know I did that when I switched to T-Mobile. I also did that when I went into AT&T. So it's really becoming the computer replacement, or a computer alternative. So there's that. So performance, yes, definitely out of this world. And iOS 12 is the only. This is the only device that is running iOS 12 that the battery life has not suffered. And we'll get into that in a second. So performance definitely works good. Definitely good for multitasking, and it definitely will get the job done. No problem. Next, battery life. Battery life is damn good on this device. It really is. If I'm using it very heavy, I can definitely get 2 days of battery life with no issues. Now, if I'm using it not heavy or not touching it at all, it would definitely last a week or two without a charge, no problem. As a matter of fact, I haven't really used it at all this week, and I'm only down to 32%. I charged it last Monday, so that goes to show you. But I haven't really, like I said, barely used it. I used it a couple times, but it was never anything. It was never anything heavy intense. So, yeah, battery life definitely is a major go. It's 10 out of 10 for battery, most definitely. Now, with the iOS 12, it ruined battery life on my iPhone SEs, but this it still maintained. Now, another thing iOS 12 introduced was the gestures. So, like on the iPhone 10 and up, 10, 10s, 10x Max, 10, 10R, whatever, you swipe. So, let's say, let's go in the App Store. So, you go in the App Store and you want to go back home. You do a swipe up from the bottom, okay, and you go home. And then if you want to go to recent apps, you do a long swipe from the bottom. Here's recent apps. Close it out. Now, if you want Control Center, you do a swipe down from the top or short swipe. There's your Control Center. Now, if you want notifications, you do a long swipe down from the top. So there's that. Oh wait, that didn't work. Let's try it again. So there it is. Now, okay, I'll clear those notifications. So now, at first, I hated the gestures. I don't even know why they made it. But after a while, you get used to it and it kind of grows on you. At least it did for me. So the gestures, I find myself using them more and more, even though I do have that physical home button. But I find myself using it more because I'm getting accustomed to it because I know this is going into, this is probably what the future of Apple devices will be. And I'm not going to sit here and be one of these douchebags to say, oh, well, I'm not going to never buy an Apple product ever again. I am. I'm going to probably buy more Apple products. So I want to get used to the future. So, overall experience using this, it's definitely been a wonderful experience. The experience is a major go. It's a 10 for the experience. So, basically, what it all comes down to is this something I would recommend? Is it good for the money? Things of that nature. If you're in school or if you're an educator, you're a business person, or you want something, decent but not too cheap for the kids, you know, you want you want something you lay in bed with, watch, and use this, use the front firing speakers, whatever. Most definitely, definitely is a major go, especially for an Apple product. $329, you can't beat it. Now the $459 for the cellular connection, you kind of lost me on that. That right there, I got to take off points. But overall, $329, 32 gigabytes for the standard, without cellular connection, I think it's pretty reasonably priced for Apple product, especially how well it performs. So, overall rating, recommendation, things of that nature. Rating, I'm gonna have to give it an 8, a solid 8, simply because of the price. The price is where you're losing me at. The $130 gap between cellular and Wi-Fi is ridiculous. It really is. Come on, Apple, you can do better. Definitely is on one of my recommendations for a decent tablet. Okay, the iPad is not just a tablet, it does a lot more. Like I said, I'm seeing it more in business environments. So definitely recommendation. I'll give it a solid 8. If it didn't have that price gap between Wi-Fi and cellular, it probably would have got a 9, maybe even a 10. So definitely recommendation. Definitely happy with this purchase, and yeah, definitely been a pleasure to use. So if this was helpful, informative anyway, leave a like on the video, comment down below. If you got any questions, comments, or concerns about this or anything else, subscribe if you enjoy the content, and also share, tell your friends, all that other good stuff. Click that bell to be notified when I go live, when I upload, all that other good stuff. And I will catch you guys on the next one. This has been Q from Tech Rants, and I'm out of here. Later.